Hello students, welcome back. This week we will be working on, let's go back to the corresponding timeline. Give it a moment to open. And this week we will be on week 7. Your assignments are due on the 1st of March. And chapter 7, the respiratory system. You'll need to make sure you read chapter 7. Again, reading all of the chapters is a huge proponent to your learning. So that would be the first step prior to actually going into or in preparation for each week. Have the chapter read, and then that way you can spend the whole week on working on the supplemental exercises to aid you with your success within the course. And so again, we're on week 7. All work is due on or before March 1st. So let's go into week 7, chapter 7, and it's going to correspond. Chapter 7 is actually week 7, and you can look at the corresponding weeks again, reference them on the course timeline that's available. In the Start Here folder, you should have printed this out so that you could actually have this to utilize for the entire term or semester. Okay, so let's begin. Let's just go into Mind tab. And if you don't have Mind tab, don't worry, you can still come here and review the learning goals. What's the type of advanced preparation that you're required, any specific lecture notes, which could be PowerPoints, or just some notes that have been provided, additional notes that you can utilize from a class perspective, some of the frequently asked questions for this chapter, additional links to media, um, you know such as First Candle, cysticfibrosis.com, tuberculosis, the National Heart and Lung Blood Institute. It's just, again, additional information that's available for you to utilize. And then you also have flashcards here and then additional animations to, again, help you with Chapter 7, the respiratory system. You can also, if you have access, you purchase the access card, then you would have access to Chapter 7 Mind tab. I always open it in a new window just so that I can, once I close this, I can always go back to Canvas and have it loaded to that specific chapter, so that however you open it, it's still fine. You can always click back on the course at the top to bring you back to the home page for your specific class that you're working in. And just to go over basic introduction information for Chapter 7, the respiratory system, this basically will cover the major structures: the nose, the sinuses, the pharynx, the larynx, epiglottis, trachea, and the bronchi. And again, there's just some secondary terms that appear in orange italics which clarify the meanings. And again, here's her video for helping you with keyword parts that are related to the respiratory system. To close, it's again at the top right, directly below your name. Then you can actually continue on and work on the function, structures, and specialties, the pathology of the respiratory system, diagnosis and treatment of the respiratory system, abbreviations, chapter review. There's flashcards, homework. Again, I'd like to reiterate, anything that's here that says counts towards a grade does not count towards your grade in Canvas. There is no grade within Mind tab. So just remember, this is all additional supplemental material for you to utilize to help you be successful. So definitely take advantage of the chapter review. There's a sample chapter test that you can actually complete, and it's actually directly below my screen. But you can complete that, and you'll see that once you go onto the website for MindTap. So if you want to navigate away from MindTap, I'm just going to close it because I opened mine in a new window. And it takes me back to the course, Studyware Online. It has additional material to help you with practicing and preparing for your Chapter 7 quiz and chapter exam. Again, this is due on the 1st, on or before the 1st of March. So just make sure that you've spent plenty of time on the supplemental material prior to taking your quiz and your exam. Please feel free to reach out and ask further questions should you require additional assistance. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.